The football agent, who has expected to receive up to £41 million for Paul Pogba's 2016 Manchester United transfer, is involved in threatening a potential lawsuit against FIFA over a clampdown on his industry. Mino Raiola joined forces with fellow super agent Jorge Mendes and Jonathan Burnett at London talks on Wednesday, where colleagues pledged to take the governing body to every court in the world if necessary. FIFA's crackdown was announced 2 years after a book published in Germany, Football Leagues: The Dirty Business of Football, exposed enormous fees being received by agents from both buying and selling clubs. The book claimed Raiola was entitled to £22.8 million of the £89 million fee paid by United to Juventus to sign Pogba in August 2016, as well as more than £16 million in further payments and additional £2.2 million from the player. Last September, FIFA, following years of calls for total clubs, announced plans to limit agents of the selling club to a maximum of 10% of the transfer fee. Also, as part of the reforms, a new cap will be 3% of the player's fee and 3% of the player's fee for agents of buying club. Despite the astronomical fee, Burnett claimed agents are not being treated fairly by FIFA. The agent, who also reports that Gareth Bale, his client, was not interested in a loan move away from Real Madrid, added, "No one from FIFA has ever been to my office or had a conversation with me. If you ask players what they want, they are in favor of agents. There are never complaints about agents. Fees from players. We will try until the last minute to resolve the problem, but rest assured, if necessary, we will go to every court in the world." Global annual spending on commission has reached a record £501 million, an increase of almost 20% on 2018, and 80% of that total was paid by clubs from Italy, England, Germany, Portugal, Spain, and France combined. Mel Stein, life president of the Association of Football Agents, said his organization had agreed a united policy in respect of FIFA's proposals. The agent will now write to FIFA to demand a formal conclusion process. Raiola was later non-committal as he was asked about broadcaster about Pogba's future transfer movements, but indicated United's ongoing struggles on the pitch would factor into his decision. The agent also insisted his relationship was professional honest with United despite having previously been critical of the club. Burnett, meanwhile, said there have been no talks of Bale moving to Tottenham. Last night, FIFA defended its proposal. All these proposals from FIFA on agent regulation are sensible, reasonable, rational, proportionate, and necessary to protect the interests of players and the wider interests of football. A statement said, "They are also in line with sentimentally repeatedly expressed by institutions such as the European Commission and European Parliament."